Today I've got a full length workout ready for you. So don't need any equipment, just grab a mat, grab yourself some water, and let's get going. So today's going to be like a Pilates, bar, mobility, fusion. So it's going to be all in there, making you feel good. Great thing to do first thing in the morning or last thing at the end of the day, just to rejuvenate that body, get the muscles firing, get the mobility into those joints, just so life just feels better. I love how Pilates is a mindful movement, so you're putting your mind to your muscles to get those muscles firing. At the same time, we're strengthening, lengthening, and toning, and best of all, we're getting that metabolism rearing up and just really making you feel a lot better overall. So that's my main goal, is to make you feel comfortable in your own skin, feel confident in your everyday life. So once you're ready, come with me, let's get nice and warmed up. So we're going to start at the back of the mat. Let's start thinking about that body alignment. I'm just rocking forward and back on those feet, just nice little rocks here. I'm thinking about feet, knees, hips, shoulders, all lining up beautifully, lengthening up through the crown of that head. Think belly button to spine. Don't roll and tuck that tailbone under. You want that tailbone to be heading down to the ground. Think about squeezing up through that pelvic floor, 20% on. Just nice little rocks here. Roll those shoulders back and away, just getting that body ready and prepping it, saying, hey, you're going to do some work today. Inhale, exhale to lift those arms up, put the hands together, and just take a gentle little back bend. I love doing this first thing in the morning. I find this gives me a nice little crack of the back. Dive it all the way down. We're going to walk out, just hit pinkies to the side of the mat into that nice little plank position. Push the hips back up, walk it back through. Have a nice little soft hang here. Inhale, exhale, restack that spine. We're going to lift those arms up and come to some little releves here. So just a nice little lower and left. So just warming up those calf muscles. Think about drawing those arms down, shoulders down, not arms. Arms are up, shoulders down. Inhale, exhale out. Dive back down to that swimming pool. Walk it back out on those finger pads. Pinkies hit the side of the mat, important. My hands come in here. See how squished my chest is. Pinkies to the side of the mat, gives me that nice wide stance here. Shoulders over hands. Inhale, exhale. Push back up, leading with those glutes. Working those arm muscles. Inhale, exhale, soft bend on the knees, hanging nice and heavy here. Tailbone up in the air. Inhale, exhale, roll through the spine, chin, and head last thing to come up. Arms come back, nice little releves here. So working through those feet, so think about pushing through all the pads of the feet. So we're going to be nice and even. So start thinking about like, hey, what's my body doing? Where am I working? Inhale, exhale out, dive it back down, walk it all the way back out. Pinkies hit to the side of the mat, hold into that nice little plank. We're going to bring those knees down to the mat. Let's get ourselves worked in that nice little box position. So my knees are coming hip width apart. I'm not back here, shoulders over hands. Have a little scapular release here. Up and down. So I'm just mobilizing that back. From there, find that little middle neutral right there. Think about lengthening through the neck. So quite often we're here, so I'm thinking about lifting up here. Not belly buttons here, tuck under there, but I'm not like tucking my pelvis. I'm thinking belly button to spine. So I'm in that nice strong little box position. Now if you have sore wrists at home, sometimes it's just nice to roll the mat up and have a little bit extra cushion for those wrists. So from here, we're going to have a nice little tuck under. Exhale. Inhale to come to neutral. Exhale, belly button leads. Tailbone tucks under, squeeze those glutes, come back to neutral. So it's not just a little stretch, I'm actually tucking under, tucking the chin, rolling those glutes under, and bringing myself back to neutral. If you've got a ponytail, you can kind of go wild as well. Inhale, exhale, bring it back. Inhale and tuck under, round that spine, tuck that chin, roll that pelvis under, and bring it back to neutral. From here, I'm going to lift my right leg up. So now, I'm not making sure I'm not here, hip bones down to the ground, stretching through that leg. So I'm thinking length through that leg, length through the crown of my head. So I'm going to roll that under, little circles here, warming up into that hip joint. So nice little rotations here. So just think about the circle as going around an orange. So a nice little circle. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse the circle the other direction. So it's just nice having a little different movement into that hip joint. Inhale, exhale out, drawing that circle. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here, think length through that leg, lift the opposite arm, 50-50 plank. So right here, I'm thinking legs through the fingertips, legs through the toes, and just holding here. So we're just holding in that isometric hold, burning that muscles, focusing on the form. Inhale, exhale out. From here, it's just little taps up, lifting up, working that back body. Inhale, exhale, belly button to spine. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold here, bend that leg, grab it with that hand, and go for a bit of active flexibility right here. So I'm thinking about lifting that leg up, drawing that heel to the glutes, actively using that back hand, having a little release up. Don't let the leg come out here, tuck the leg under. Inhale, exhale out, stretch it out long, and place it back down. Let's just take a little break off those wrists, tuck the toes under, come sit up here, and just rock back. So just stretching out those feet. So I'm just rocking back on those feet, opening up that chest, rolling the shoulder blades down the back, and fixing up my ponytail so it caught in my bobby pins. Inhale, exhale, so it's a little side rock, just stretching out my toes. We often forget about our feet, and they're quite important. We use our feet a lot, so it's important to give it a little stretch, a little love. So just rocking them on here, I can feel a nice gentle stretch within the toes. Inhale, exhale, we can bring those wrists back on down, give them a little twirl. Pinkies hitting the side of the mat. Back in that nice little box position, I'm going to find that nice neutral, neck nice and long, tummy tucked in. Inhale, exhale, I'm going to send out that left leg now. So thinking nice length, making sure hip bones are down. Just hanging out here, you're working, you're using muscles. I'm pushing actively through that upper body. I'm going to draw those little circles. So I'm focusing on that leg moving in that hip joint, using the glute to control the movement. So in Pilates, you can hold them, stop the movement, no matter where you are, because you're doing it with slow and control. We're not using momentum. Inhale, exhale out, lift up that glute. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, reverse back the other way. So thinking length activating through the quads. So I'm thinking about lifting that kneecap up the leg. Inhale, exhale out. Let's go for 3, 2, last one, hold it here. Send the other arm nice and long. Feel that nice little shift in weight. Inhale, exhale, just holding here. Thinking about length. Length through those toes, not losing that height, pushing through that grounded arm. Inhale, exhale, start those little lifts up. So I'm working those back muscles. Inhale, exhale, let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Bend that arm, bend the back leg, and lift up. So once again, don't let that leg flare out the side. Try to keep in that nice little box position. And just a nice little stretch off of the back. And once again, you're still in that hold, still isolating through the body. Inhale, exhale, stretch nice and long. Bring it back in, sink back for a wee stretch here. So you can either have the legs together or you can have them apart. Bring those hands out. Inhale, think about expanding through the rib cage like an accordion. Inhale in, exhale out. This is a good time just to focus on that breath, get that breath right through to the belly, and expanding that rib cage. Roll it all the way back on up. From here, just a couple more moves in this position, then we'll get off those wrists. So let's come down to those forearms. You can clasp the hands together, still think about pushing through those elbows to activate that back muscle and get nice length through the back of your back. So from here, I'm going to lift up that right leg again. Have a little bend in it. We're going to bring it down and bring it all the way up. So it's a little tap back and forth. So it's like a half circle. Bring it around. So it's mobility right here. And bring it back down. So I'm lifting up, glute squeeze, tipping, rotating, tapping it back down, then lifting back up, bring it back down to tap. Bring it around to tap, and bring it back. Nice work to get that mobility into that hip joint, working those glutes. Good work. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Bring it around, bring it back up, flex it to the ceiling, and little pulses here. So donkey kick, little pulses at the top. So I'm thinking about trying to push my foot to the ceiling and give myself a butt lift. So this is upper butt, upper glute. So if you're feeling, you shouldn't be feeling the lower back, it's the upper glute muscle. So I'm still thinking about supporting that core, pushing through those elbows. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, One, hold at the top, point the foot, bring the knees into connect, come back up into those arms. Those wrists have had a little break, little lifts here, fire hydrant lifts. So lifting out that fire hydrant, still thinking about rolling those elbows underneath, pushing through the pinky finger. Inhale, exhale out. This is a great one for that side glute and for those hips. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. This time I'm going to lift up, I'm going to bring it up and shoot it back on that angle for a stretch. So I'm going to push back here, so this is mobility now. Inhale, exhale, I'm going to bring it back up, put it back into that circle. Lift back up like we're doing that circle before, stretch the leg long. So it's on an angle and I'm pushing back. So it's kind of like a pigeon stretch right here. Inhale, exhale, bringing it back up, tapping it around. Lift up, stretch the leg long, push back. So you get a nice little stretch right there. And then you're lifting it back up, circling back around. Lift up, stretch along, push back with those hands. Inhale, exhale, bring it back up and circle back around. Let's do 2 more here. Push back. Inhale, exhale out, and bring it out back up. One more time. Bring it around, stretch long, push back. Inhale, exhale, and bring it all the way back down. Let's hop off those wrists for a minute, give them a little roll around. Now let's take it to the other side. So back down the mat, pinky fingers to the edge. I'm going to come down, so my elbows are just about in line with my shoulders. Now we're going to go to that left leg. I'm going to lift it up. So we're going to tap it around like we did that first time. You can see how the move progresses. So bring it around, tap, bring it back in. So the knee lifts, rotates, comes, joins the other knee, taps, rotates back around. The leg is staying at nice little 90 degree. Tap, rotate, bring it back down. I'm still thinking about pushing through those elbows. Try and keep nice and neutral through the neck. Hips are down. Belly button in. And don't forget to breathe. That's it. Bring it up. Rotate around. Let's do 2 more here. Inhale. Exhale out. Last one. Rotate. Make it a goodie. Bring it all the way back around. This time lift the leg. Flex the foot. Little pushes up here. Little booty lifts right here. Inhale, exhale, really challenge yourself with that lift at the end. Don't rush it. So you don't want to go tick, 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 tick. Push, lift. That's it, really work that glute muscle. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg up there, point the foot, lift the upper body back up. So once again, it's that tap movement around, but we're in that all fours position. Tap, lift up, the leg shoots long, and I push back for that nice stretch. I inhale, exhale, lift back up, bring it around for the tap, back around for the tap, the leg goes long, slide it back. Inhale, exhale, lift up, tap around, bring it back. This one feels good. So this is nice mobility, getting movement into that hip joint. And we're also stretching it off, and we're also toning the glute muscles, those hip flexors. Bring it down. Let's do 2 more. Bring it around, rotate up, send the leg long, and push back. Inhale, exhale, bring it back. One more time. Make it a goodie, bring it right around, stretch nice and long, sink all the way back. Take a nice big inhale here. Expanding the rib cage, exhale out for that glorious stretch, and bring it all the way back to center. Good work. Let's lie on down onto our tummies. So from here, I want you to think about those hip bones and that top of the pubic bone on the mat. So think about that triangle pushing on the mat, and that's going to get into a nice neutral. Once you're there, I want you to think about lifting that belly button up off the mat. So this is a nice feeling. We can feel that lifting of the belly button off the mat is going to engage that core. So I'm going to bring my palm over palm, rest my forehead. My legs are together. I'm going to inhale, exhale, lift to float. So when you're here, I don't want to see this. Elbows slightly anchoring down and come back down. Inhale, exhale, lift up. So working that upper thoracic spine and bring it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Strengthening that back, improving that posture and bring it back down. Inhale, exhale, pick that belly button off the mat as you lift up and bring that down. This time, make sure those shoulder blades are rolled down Inhale, exhale, lift up, hold here. So in that nice little hovered position. Little pulses here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and place it back down. Bring the arms to a W shape, so thumbs are just touching the side of the mat. Nose and forehead come to hover on the mat. So you kind of think that nose to forehead connection slightly lift up. So you've got length in the back of that neck. Roll the shoulder blades back and down and away. Belly buttons pull up. Inhale, exhale, lift up, hover here. Now feel the difference with back muscles that's working now. Inhale, exhale, this is about more mid-thoracic. And bring it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift up. And place it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Let's do one more and hold. Inhale, exhale, lift up, hold here. Shoot the arms forward, draw the elbows back into the rib cage. Shoot the arms forward. So still think where that gaze is looking towards the mat. Belly buttons lifting up is helping me lift, having the deep abdominal muscles connecting. I'm not lifting my feet off the ground, those legs are just resting on the ground. And I'm using the upper back muscles. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Let's do one more here. Bring all the way in, hold here. Little lifts up. So we've got those elbows squeezing into the side and then those 5 little lifts. Let's go for 3, 2, last one, rest it down. Inhale, exhale, my nose is just hitting the mat. I'm going to bring those palms into palm. Palms into palm. Palms onto the side of my thighs. Thumbs are down, pinkies up. Arms are strong and straight and they're glued to the side of your body. I want you to think about lifting and reaching to the back of the mat. So once again, nose is hovering. Belly button pulls in, roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Get those scapula into place. Inhale, exhale, lift up and reach. So I should still be touching the sides of my legs, my arms are straight, and I'm reaching back. Now to the lower thoracic and your side obliques working here. Inhale, exhale, reach behind and bring it down. Inhale, exhale, reach behind and bring it down. So it's really opening the chest, lengthening the back, and strengthening that waistline. Inhale, exhale. It's a really good one to knit those abs together. So I'm really wrapping those abs right around to that back and that deep abdominal muscles. Inhale, exhale, lift up. One more time. Inhale, exhale, lift up, hold here. Can you lift a little higher? Roll those shoulders down. Pull that belly button up. Reach with those fingers. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands down. Push all the way back into that nice shell stretch. Inhale, exhale, let that forehead hit the mat. Creep those hands forward, lengthen. So you want the glutes hitting your heels. If you had any knee injuries or have sore knees, a good idea is actually to put a cushion in here just to take the pressure off the knees and kind of more do it up here. There's always variations to go to where it's comfortable in your body. So listen to your body and kind of adjust the moves to what feels good for you. Don't want any pinging or pain, you just want to feel a good workout and a good stretch. Inhale, exhale out. Expanding that rib cage. Rocking it all the way up. Let's flip onto our glutes. So once again, once we get here, think about feet, knees, hips, all in a nice alignment. Bring those hands back behind the knees. Roll those shoulders down and away. Think about nice and length. Now once again, if you've got quite tight hip flexors, sitting like this can be uncomfortable. If that's the case, grab yourself some couch cushions or whatever's around you and prop yourself up and it will feel a lot nicer. Or even roll your mat up and sit on your mat. It's just going to relieve those hip flexors. So once again, come back here, lift up through the crown of the head. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to lead with the lower back off the tailbones, draw the belly button to the spine and come into a beautiful C curve. Now if you know me, I use this all the time in most of my classes. I think it's just such a basic move and come back out that all of us need to do quite often. So it's really getting flexibility and mobility into that lower spine. It's contracting those abs back and it's getting control for when you're doing full roll-ups and things. And coming back up. And using your arms here as a good little gauge just to help me sink down and get a low. Once you feel comfortable, you can bring those arms off. Roll the shoulders away. And so I'm trying to get mobility and control. I'm going to come back up, restack that spine. Inhale, exhale, leading with the lower back, rolling through. Coming down a little bit further this time. Little pulses here. So if your hands are still behind the knees, that's totally fine. Hands are off, we're just pulsing here. Feet are still grounded on the mat. Inhale, exhale out. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll it all the way up. From here, roll all the way down. If you need to guide it with your hands behind your knees, that's totally fine.
Yay, we've made it to the mat on our backs. Good work. It's not time to rest now though. Bring those feet in a little closer to those glutes. Still think about that nice ankles, knees, hips, shoulder, kind of all lining up together. From here, we're going to bring those triceps down beside the mat. Our upper body is never passive, we're always actively kind of like pushing into that upper body. We've placed it nicely now with those back movements we've just done. From here, I want you to think about rolling that pelvis in. Just give me a few little pelvic rolls. So I'm rolling the pelvis towards me and I'm rolling the pelvis away. If I was to put my little triangle on, hopefully you can see this. I'm rolling away, there's neutral, but hey, look at my rib cage. I need to sink down. So that's why the little pelvic rolls are just a good one to kind of find that nice little neutral. Once I find that neutral, I'm here. Inhale, exhale, I think rib to hip connection. So I get that deep abdominal. As soon as I do that, I can feel length in my spine. Inhale, exhale out, draw that belly button to spine. Inhale in, exhale out, belly button to spine. We're going to have those nice, strong, straight arms again. We're going to think about that little tuck of the chin. I'm going to inhale, exhale, draw the belly button to spine, tuck the chin, and lift up. Reaching to the end of my mat. And making sure that pelvis has it rolled back up, roll it back away. Inhale, back down. Inhale, exhale, lift up. We've got a little friend joining us. And reach to the end of the mat. And bring it back down. I often have little friends when I'm working out. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Hold it there for me. Reach. Now try with me little pulses here. Checking that you're nice and flat here. No coning or doning. Reaching up through here. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it back down. So the more you get stronger in your abdominals, you should be able to work into that neutral. That's where we're aiming. If you're finding that's too much, inhale, exhale, come into that imprint into the mat. So an imprint to the mat looks like that. So an inhale, exhale, I think about rib to hip connection coming closer together. Belly button's pulling into the spine. I'm not jamming my back on the ground. Inhale, exhale, belly button to spine. We always go into that nice imprint before we lift one leg off the mat and then lift the other leg off the mat. If we want to lift both legs off the mat at the same time, I find often you'll lose this control in through here. And we want to keep that nice and stable. So think about pushing those triceps into the mat. Inhale, exhale, little taps here. So just tap it down. So just rotating, just getting that fluidity into those joints, thinking that control. So I'm just warming up those lower abs and say, hey, I'm going to give you a bit of a work in a minute. So think about resting. So once again, if you find your neck is like this on the mat, pop a little towel underneath so you've got that nice neutral and length in the back of your head. Make sure you're comfy. Make sure you're getting that spine into a nice alignment. So always make sure, play around with kind of like what props feel comfortable for you. Inhale, exhale out. Let's go for 3, 2, last one to bring those legs up. Join the toes together and the knees are together. I'm going to inhale, exhale, I'm going to bring those legs out into a little diamond shape. We're going to add on to this one very soon. So a little diamond shape in and out. So I'm just working those little hip flexors, opening up those legs. So it's a little bit like a bar. Inhale, exhale out. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. Leave those legs out. Tuck that chin. I'm going to inhale, exhale, reach the upper body up. And then in and out here. So now I'm just adding on, only if you want to, lifting the upper body. If you need to, keep the upper body down. So little diamonds here, and I'm lifting up and checking that there's no coning, no doning. My pelvis hasn't rolled up. Let's go for 3. Hello. 2. And last one, hold here. If you need to, you can rest the upper body back down or have a little friend crawl on. We're going to open the legs, connect the toes, connect the diamond. Open the diamond, open the legs, and connect. So now we're going for a bit of active flexibility, mobility while working that core. Inhale, exhale out. Hello, Mr. Zeki. Oh, thank you very much. Open the diamonds up. I'm reaching that upper body, bringing it in and bringing it out. Oh, Mr. Drooly Pants. Big sister is meant to be looking after him, but he's obviously escaped. But that's okay, because we love you very much. Yeah, hello. Bring it in, take it out. Hold here. Flex the feet. Little pulses. So you can still work out with little friends around. Don't have to get distracted. They can join in. Hey, you can join in. Little flexes here. Feet are flexed. I'm trying to drive and actively activate those quads. Once again, if you need to rest the upper body down, you can rest the upper body down. Inhale. Exhale out. I'm going to lift the upper body back up and pulse for 3, 2, 1. Point the feet. Draw it back out. I'm going to hug those knees into the chest. Forehead to knee. A little bow here. Just releasing that lower spine. Inhale, exhale. So I'm on that nice little ball here. I'm using that upper body. Look who's standing. Tucking that chin in. Inhale. I'm going to exhale. I can't quite do it with him, so we might have to change the move. I'm going to inhale, exhale, extend those legs out and bring them in. If I didn't have a baby here, I would bring my arms up, but I have a little friend. Inhale, exhale, those arms come around. We bring them back in and we hug. Inhale in, exhale, those arms come around. Dodge a baby, and bring it back in. Inhale, exhale. So I'm just challenging myself to how far I can go and hold and have a baby. Inhale, exhale, out here. Last one, bring it in. Hug the baby. Exhale, bring it all the way out. And one more time, hug it in. And relax it all the way down. You can always add them in. So here we go. Should we do some little lifts with you on me? Okay, let's go into our pelvic lifts. So think about that neutral here, rib to hip connection. I'm going to drive down my hands. So you'll be pushing your arms in here. If you have a baby, you can hold the baby. No, he's going. So hips all lined up, pushing through those triceps, lifting up here, squeezing the glutes, and bringing back down. Inhale, exhale. I've got slobber on my eyebrow. Beautiful. So definitely send me through your pics if you're working out with your baby or working out with your animals. Love to see them. They always add some extra fun and extra challenge. So what we're thinking about here is we're thinking about your rib to hip connection stays the same. So I'm heading back into that neutral. So I'm training my body to stay in this neutral. Inhale, exhale, I'm lifting up. That rib to hip distance hasn't left. I'm not popping up here. I'm still trying to keep nice and flat through here and bring it back down. I'm pushing through that upper body, using that upper body to get height. Inhale, exhale, lift, hold here. Check your hips are nice and square. Quite often we can be a little bit dipped on one side. Hip bone is pushing to the ceiling, squeezing those glutes. So right now, just holding here, can you feel your glutes? Because I hope you can. Inhale, exhale, just holding here should be enough work. From here, can we lift and transfer the weight and place it back down? Inhale, exhale, transfer the weight. So when we transfer our weight, we're also firing up different little small connection muscles to help balance and stabilize. So this is going to get us stronger, faster, help you with your balance. Inhale, exhale. One more time, place it back down, squeeze the glutes, and place it back down right here. We're going to do that one more time, but we're going to extend the leg. So inhale, exhale, rib to hip connection, lift up. I think these are moves we should be doing like every day, just to like keep those glutes going. From here, we're going to lift one leg up, flex and point, flex and point. So here, we're really isolating off single glutes, because one glute is usually a little bit stronger than the other. So here I can really test it out. So I'm thinking about trying to keep those hips up, squeezing, working this quad. Let's go for 3, 2, last one, hold up there, little lifts. Oh, feel that burn, little lifts right here. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that leg, place it down, reset with the hips. We always go for a nice little reset. Find that neutral. Inhale, exhale, lift back up. Pick that leg up, nice long to the ceiling. Flex and point right here. So once again, I have to use that upper body, try and help square myself back up. Squeezing that glute, driving through that heel on that grounded leg. Flexing and pointing, mobility and flexibility into this leg. Let's go for 3, 2, last one up to the ceiling, and lift here. 4, lift up, feel those glutes. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it up there, bend it on down, lift those arms above the head. Oh, I've got a couch. Inhale, exhale, roll one vertebra down the spine for that nice release off that, really tuck that pelvis under, and then let the pelvis roll all the way to neutral as the arms come back on down. Let's just do a couple more ab moves while we're still down here. So let's keep that brain function working. So once again, let's find that beautiful neutral. Inhale, exhale, draw belly button to spine. Pick up one leg, then pick up the other leg so we don't lose control through that midsection. Let's lift those arms up. Just little opposite taps here. I'm going to shimmy down my mat a little bit so I can feel myself hitting that couch. So you've got to make this space work for you. Once again, I'm going to set myself, you keep going, set myself back out. So I'm finding that neutral. Inhale, exhale, belly button spine. One leg up, the other, arms up. So you can just continue on as I have my little friend come. So right here, opposite leg, opposite arm. Slow it down. Reach up beautifully with those arms. Think about the shoulders rolling away from the ears. I'm just tapping that toe down to the ground. Keep these legs at 90. Often I see in class is tapping like this. I don't want to see tapping like that. I want that whole leg staying at 90 and moving as one piece. I want the lower abs working, hips stabilizing and controlling. If I'm just tapping like this, I'm not actually working much. So I want to tap here. If it's too hard adding the arms in for the good old brain, it's a bit of a brain tease, that's totally fine. Just keep it to the legs. Then if you're comfortable here, stretch that leg nice and long, hold, lift back in. Stretch nice and long, hold, lift back in. And as you have your little friend who doesn't have any pants on, crawl all over you. So that's it. Hello. Oh, thank you, Zeke. Zeke is turning 1 next week. Very exciting, our baby of our lot. Inhale, exhale out. He's got no clue. I've learned you can get away. Once you have multiple siblings, I've learned. My oldest is the only one who's had like a big first birthday. And then I learned they just don't know. So as long as I get a photo with the cake, we're good. So we'll be doing a smash cake. I haven't done a smash cake before, so I'm going to do a smash cake for Zeke. That's it. Lengthen it out, bring it back up. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Feel that nice length. Bring it in, hug those knees in. Give a little twirl to release off that lower back. It feels nice when you kind of just rotate around that lower spine because it doesn't get a lot of mobility during the day. Inhale, exhale out. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Once again, from this position, I'm going to hug one knee in, lengthen the other leg away. So nice little hug of this knee. I'm going to inhale, exhale, draw belly down the spine, float the bottom leg up. If you need to, come into a bent position if that's more comfortable for you. So I'm floating that leg nice and long. I'm going to tuck my chin, exhale and lift up. So I'm in this nice little crunch position. This outside hand's on this knee, this one's down about midway on my calf. Stretching along with this leg. We're going to come into our leg switches. So once again, using those glutes, I'm pulling that knee in. Inhale, exhale. So I'm using my upper body to lift up off that mat. Drawing belly button to spine. And reaching that leg long. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hugging that same leg in. I'm going to bend this bottom leg. I'm going to put this one across and come into a nice little glute release here. So sometimes it's nice to add a little bit of stretching in, especially if it's first thing in the morning, you're warming up and stretching that body. So I'm having a nice little stretch here. So pull this leg in for the stretch. So if I'm out here, I can't actually feel much when I pull it in. Now if your neck does this when you pull that leg in, make sure you put a cushion under that neck. You want to save that spine. Now I found this glorious stretch the other day and it feels really good on my hips. So when we place that leg down, we're going to keep the legs here. I'm going to bring the arms out to a T and I'm going to come and bring my legs towards you. So the leg that's on top of my knee, that's going down to the ground. Because often we stretch the other direction, but I found this the other day and I was like, oh my goodness, I can really feel that beautiful stretch in my hips. And my hips get quite sore and quite tight. Maybe because I've had 5 kids, I'm not sure, but I've also gone back to playing indoor netball and I think all that impact too has been quite jarring on my hips. So I've been making sure I'm doing a lot of mobility work and a lot of stretching just to kind of be nice to myself. So this is a nice stretch right here. So I'm just letting that top leg fall away. So it feels kind of bizarre because you are in an awkward position. Inhale, exhale out. Let's bring that back up, holding here. We're going to leave that leg there and go back to our bridge lift. So I'm going to push back into those triceps and lift into my bridge here. So now when I lift into my bridge, I'm actually opening up my hips. Inhale, exhale. So I'm opening my hips but toning my glutes and my hamstring and that grounded leg. Inhale, exhale, lift up, push through that upper body, get that height at the top. Think about that core. So this is just a nice active stretching as we tone our glutes and hamstring and open our hips. Which as women, we need to be opening our hips a lot more, getting that mobility back in. And last one here, hold at the top. Push through those tricep muscles, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, exhale, bring it back down. Place that leg back down on the mat, grab that other one on in. So before we go, we're going to come up though, first into a bit of an ab move and then we'll come back down. So once again, I'm going to inhale, exhale, stretch that leg long, pulling belly button to spine, tuck the chin, and then lift up. I'm going to lengthen this leg long this time. We're going to go 1, 2, and switch. 1, 2, and switch. 1, 2, and switch. So here, I'm thinking about lengthening through those legs and using that upper body still to pull up. And it's a little beat here. And that little beat there, it's that lower abs, lowering and lifting that leg and pulling in. And as that leg does, I'm actively thinking flexibility in my top leg. So I'm using that upper body to help pull myself up. I'm not down here, that's hard on my neck. I'm up, chin is tucked, 1, 2. Inhale, exhale out, let's go for 3. Pulling that belly button to spine. Last one, pull it in. I'm going to bend that bottom leg, bring this leg over. And then inhale, exhale, loop up. So this is my tighter hip side. So I'm just pulling up through here. Roll those shoulders down and away. Take this moment just to feel that nice stretch through here. Inhale in, exhale all the way out. You just check in with yourself, which side feels a little tighter than the other. One side might need a little bit more love. Once again, I'm going to place that leg down, bring the arms to a T, and the knee that is up will fall towards that side. So I'm bending that leg and falling there. And it's bringing a beautiful stretch into that hip flexor. Inhale, exhale out, enjoy the stretch right here. I think I've been doing this like nearly every day the last couple of days, and it's just been amazing for my hips. So it is a beautiful hip stretch. Now if you need to, you can always support this bottom leg here with some cushions underneath if that feels a little bit more comfortable, takes a little bit more pressure off for you. Roll the shoulders. So I'm still trying to keep my shoulders square on the top of the mat and just let the weight of this leg gently lower that top hip and give that nice little stretch there. Inhale, exhale out. One more nice big breath. Bring it back to center. I'm going to bring those arms back down just to the outside of my mat and pushing through that tricep, opening the upper body and opening the pecs up. I'm going to drive down through this grounded heel and lift up. So I'm coming back into those glute lifts, but this time with a little hip flexion. So I've got that mobility and strengthening happening. So lifting up, pushing through the glutes, working that hamstring. Inhale, exhale, lift up and bring it back down. Inhale, exhale, lift up and down. That should feel nice. Hold it there. Keep that leg out. Feel that hip opening as you squeeze the glutes up. And take it down. One more. Lift up. Bring it back down. Hug those nose in. This time, I just want you to circle through that hip joint. So nice big circles here. And reverse all the way back around. Now I think we've been lying on the ground for far too long. Feels like forever. Bring those nice big circles all the way around. Inhale, exhale out. Let's bring those legs back into that beautiful tabletop position. Let's bring the hands back behind the head. Tuck the chin slightly. Inhale, exhale, lift up. This time let's go opposite elbow to knee. This is nice little side crunches. Now if you feel comfortable here, that's when you can extend that leg a little long. But I want you to think about not rocking to the side like this. That's what I see a lot in the gym is this. Rocking or rolling. I want you to think nice control and lifting up. Opposite, so you're trying to get opposite hip to opposite rib. And then extend the leg nice and long. Hands are just supporting that neck. Inhale, exhale, drawing belly button to spine and twisting around. Inhale, exhale. Bring I can hear my little man crawling on the wooden floors, he's coming. And take it to the other side. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Hug it on in. Hug your baby if you've got a baby there. Hello. Hug it on in. And bring it all the way back down. Now we're going to flip around. Sorry, little man. You're going to have to come up. Oh, look, he's under my top toe. You stay there. Boop. How about we do side legs? We can do it with you. So let's come and line ourselves. Look, he's even brought me a pen. Okay, line ourselves up on the back of the mat. Bring the feet up too. So you've got that nice little bent position going on here. Think about elbow and shoulder all in a line and lift up here. So activate those obliques. Lift up through here. I've tucked that top in now that he's untied my little knot. And from here, think about rolling those hips forward into our little clammy. So let's just do a couple here, and then we'll do another variation. And you can see which one feels better for you, because some variations feel nicer than other variations. So sometimes it's kind of good to play around and just work out what feels good for you but is working. Don't take the easy option. Take the option you know is good for your body. So let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Bring it down. This time, we're going to pick up the feet off the ground and lift here. So that might feel a little nicer for you today. So you just check out which one works for you better. So this hand's grounded and planted. I'm lifting with those toes so I can see a nice line right here. Hips are still rolling forward. Inhale, exhale, open that claim up. So I'm only opening as far as my hip stays square on top of each other. I could open more, but then I'm coming out. You can see how that's like really affecting my posture. So I roll it back around. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. Hold here, kick the leg up, connect the toes, bring it back down. Open, lift, and bring it back down. Open those legs up, point to the ceiling, and bring it back down. That's like a bit of bar right there. A little bit of ballerina-ing, kicking that leg up, and bring it back down. Last one, kick it up, bring it back down, send that leg long, and bring this knee up front. We're gonna lie it down here. So kind of you can lie here if that's comfortable for you, or you can bring the head up. Still think about that rib to hip connection. I've got this front leg in front of me, so it's kind of balancing, so it keeps my hips square. So if you have issues keeping those hips stacked on top of each other, this is a great option, having that leg bent at the front. From here, let's lift up and flex down. Point up, flex down. Feel it working through the side body. So this is our side line, working the side of the body right here. Lift up, flex down, drive through the heel, point. Activate through the quad. Don't be passive in the leg. You want it to work that side body. Sometimes you can just check out which feels a bit nicer. Lying down or lying up feels a little bit better. Or if you have a little friend, oh, slap you on the face. That always feels great. No, not funny. No, not funny. Okay, let's go for 3, 2, last one. Bring that leg up to hip height. Little circles here. Just little circles around that orange. Now still think about being active through those abs. I'm concerned for my face right now. That's it, little circles around. Thank you, they can't see me when you sit there. You sit there, you pose there. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, and reverse the circle the other direction. So try not to lose the height of the leg. Yeah, thank you. Oh, messing my hair up. Look, thank you. No more. Ah, is that funny? So nice little circles here. Oh, I'm drifting my legs. You want to keep the leg in that nice line. Let's go for 3, 2, last one, think of length. Flex the foot. Now we're going to bring that hand in front and bring the leg forward. 1, 2, and point. Oh, look at you standing. Bring the forward. 1, 2, and point back. Hopefully you can still hear me. Bring the forward. 1, 2, and point back. Bring the forward. 1, 2, and point back. I've got dribble going down my face. And hold the leg here. Little taps and lowers here. Tap down and up. That's it. Feel that burn through the glute. Oh, someone's got a stinky bum. Oh, yuck. Yuckies. Yuckies. Lift up and down here. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the foot. Come all the way back. Now take your leg as far back as that you've got control. So what I mean by that is that the hips haven't rotated. I'm just going to fix my hair up because he's put it all over my face. So I'm taking my leg just a little bit further back, but if I go too far back, you can see my hips starting to rock forward. So I'm just going to bring it to there. Little lifts there. So it's just working differently into the glute as you have a little friend dive all the way over you. So my leg's slightly behind that line of the mat, and I'm lifting here. I can really feel it into that side booty, that like muffin top area. Ah! Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg back in, bring it all the way to the top, stretch that other leg long. So this is a nice way to work the inner thigh. So once again, you should be able to see that foot when I look back there. So I'm that nice long line along the mat and lifting here, working into that inner thigh. Lift up and down as you have your little friend. Up and down, working that inner thigh muscle. Hello. That's it, let's lift up. So what you're aiming to be really strong in the leg and pick it up and off the mat. Really work that inner thigh. Lift up. This time, lift up and hold. Little pulses in that top range. Not pulses of your leg, pulses of my leg. Pulse up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there, reach nice and long, and let it all the way down. Hopefully your leg is dying. Let's rock it all the way around. First, it's going to a little mermaid stretch, and stretch it over here. Inhale, exhale out. And a nice little stretch from here. I'm just going to rotate my body forward and come down for a stretch here. That's a nice little rotation. Oh, hello. And stretch here. Let's bring it all the way out. I think my hair is going to be so disheveled by the end of this. Thank you, Zeke. Let's roll onto the other side. Let's come around this way. We've got one more side to do. You can do it, Zeke. You can make it. Let's line up on the side of our mat. So once again, use your mat as a guide for your body. Oh, don't throw a tantrum. Let's bring it on down. This leg is nice and bent up. Once again, if this is more comfy, stay here. Or if this is comfier for you, you can stay there. So from here, hips are facing forward and we open up here. So what I look like at the start of the video is going to be very different to what I look like at the end of the video. I have my top untied. I think I've got a bit of booger rubbed on me here. I've had my hair redone. Thanks, bud. Life with having kids. You can still work out and still have fun and enjoy life. Hey? Yeah? Opening up here. What have you got? Your brother's watch. Oh, thank you. So opening the hips up here. Oh, they can't see me. Look. Can you say hi to the camera? Say hi. No? He's like, saying hi to what? That's it. Open up here. So opening those hips and bringing it back down. So the aim is here. My heels are staying together as I open my legs up. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. This time the legs come down, the feet lift up. Now my feet are in line with my glutes. So I've got that nice line and opening up here. So open up those hips. So now in this little lifted position, some people find they can get a little bit more high and a little bit more flexibility into the side glute right here. It feels a bit nicer for them. So let's lift up. Let's go for 5, 4, 3. Now who's looking for what he can find under my couch? That's a bit embarrassing. And last one, hold here. Kick up. Join the toes together. Join the legs together. Open up. Kick the leg. Connect the toes. Connect the knees. That's a nice little ballet kick right here. If that's not nice on your body today, it's totally fine. Take it down to one of the other levels. So open up, kick, bring it together, connect the knees. Open up, kick, connect the toes, connect the knees, up. And last one, bring it down, kick, and connect the knees right here. From here, we're going to leave that bottom leg forward. Stretch that other leg long. That feels a bit nicer. Oh, connecting here. Lift up and flex down. Lift up. Flex down, so really working this area right here. Oh, is that a ride, is it? Lift up and down. Let's go for 3. Not more than 3, we only just started, haven't we, really? I mean, very distracted by this little cuteness. It's just having a ball, lifting up and over me. Look, I'm even forgetting it. What am I doing? Flexing up, pointing down. Let's go for 3, 2. I think it's actually meant to be the other way around, but that's okay. Let's flex, point the foot, hip height, little circles around. Hopefully you can track with me with this lovely little one in the little filming too today. A little surprise for you all. That's it. I was meant to drop him off at kindy, but he was so sad I had to bring him home with me. I couldn't leave him. No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't leave you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's funny I think we go for the face. Little circles around and reverse back the other way. So just reversing that circle back the other way. So lifting up, thinking about that core, thinking about those legs. Now your hips should be starting to burn. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Hold there, flex the foot, bring it forward. The aim here is not to lose the leg in the hip height. So as you get tired, you might drift down. But I'm going to bring it back, squeeze here with the hips still square, and bring it forward. Point back. So I'm squeezing the glutes, hips aren't rotating. So we're going for hip stabilization, glute strength, and side body burn right here. Bring it forward and mobility with that leg. So let's add that little 1, 2, point back. So that 1, 2 is trying to be active flexibility. We're trying to get a bigger range of movement. Beautiful. The last one you hold here, tap and lift. Tap and lift right here. Oh, this one really burns into that side of that glute. Let's go for 5. I can see all my hair is pulled out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg, point the foot, drive it back. Once again, take it only far back as you've still got those square hips. And lift here. So we're just targeting that big old glute in many different ways as we always do in good old Pilates. So lift up here. We're going to have that perky peach in no time. Let's go for 3, 2, last one, hold. Bring that leg in front of the other leg. Send that other leg long. So keep this knee nice up and high. Now I can see that toe. I can feel that my body's in that nice alignment in the back of the mat. So make sure this leg hasn't drifted forward. Bring it all the way back and lift up here because you really want to get into that inner thigh muscle. So you're trying to lift this leg up and off the mat as much as you can. Lift up here. So this is kind of a bit more of a nicer stabilized position than we've done before on the side line. So I find this one's a good one to really just slow and try and think about connecting with that muscle. this is too easy for you, always add on some ankle weights if you like, and that's just going to challenge it a little bit more. But really think about length through that leg and picking it all the way up, high as you can. Let's hold that top range and little pulses up. Lift that leg up. That's it. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Z, bend those legs in. Take it for a beautiful stretch all the way over. Inhale, exhale, bring it across, stretch down here. Just stretching out that psoas muscle and that side body. Inhale, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale all the way out. Let's rock it back on the glutes. Look at me, lots of little things brought to me. Come back around. So from here, we're going to bring those hands just behind. Roll those shoulders down and away. We're going to drive up with those legs and push up here. Push through those arms. Inhale, exhale, bring it back down. See how that felt for you. I'm just going to tie my top back up so you can actually see. A bit of a loose one. There we go. So from this position here, roll those shoulders back down the way. Feet are hip width apart. I'm going to drive up with those glutes and hammies. Hold here. Inhale, exhale. Can you transfer weight? Just like we're doing that other position. Transferring weight here. Bring up and down. So just take it in your own time and just try to hold through that midsection. Push through those triceps. Lift here. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Push it up. Bring that head back gently as you go. Inhale, exhale, gently bring the head forward and bring it back down. Now let's see if we can do it with the arms. So once again, set yourself up. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, exhale, push up here. See if you can transfer and tap. So we've worked the body in like every direction today. So tapping, just transferring the weight. Inhale, exhale. This is a real challenge on those triceps. And tap. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Bring it here, hold. Bring that head back. Squeeze those glutes up. Feel that nice stretch. Inhale. Exhale, drop those glutes on back down. A little swizzle here. So just little windshield wipers, just stretching out those glutes, stretching out those hips. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Bring it to the top of the mat. Now you can't complete a Pilates workout without rolling like a ball. So let's squish ourselves in. So a couple of different options. You can bring your hands behind, just bring your toes to the top of the mat. Think about leading with that C curve. So just like we're doing at the start when we roll back off those sit bones, we want to lead with that C curve. So inhale, exhale, roll here, and bring it back up. Now, the one I see what people do here is they use their legs to help me get back up. So that's okay if you're still in that position, that's fine. But to stop that, you can bring the arms here. Inhale, exhale, roll back. So legs are glued together, and I'm going to have to use more core, not using those legs. And bring it back up. So slightly tuck the chin, roll back, and roll up. Now check yourself. Are you rolling straight or are you kind of like rolling on angles? Because that can also show an indiscrepancy in those muscles. Inhale, exhale. Rolling like a ball just feels so nice in the spine. Let's do a couple more here. And up, and roll it back. Last one, come up and hold. So here, bring the legs up, and bring your arms away. Roll the shoulder blades away. Inhale, exhale out. Let's hold here, and just that nice little burn. And one more second. Just joking. Yeah, no, let's hold for a little longer. Yeah, bring those arms back. Shoot yourself back in the mat. I've kind of traveled a little bit. Let's bring those legs forward. Slightly tilt ourselves back. I'm going to bring my legs out in a nice little turned out position and lift the leg here. So just kind of working that thigh, fitting those thighs down. So lifting up here. That's it. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, and place it back down. So in that nice little turned out position, think about pulling that belly button to spine, rolling the shoulders down and away, and lift. You've always got to fix up your active wear too, so don't forget to fix your active wear. Lift up here. Let's go for 5, 4. Hey buddy, don't pull my leaves off my plants. 2, 1, and bring it back down. Inhale, exhale. Let's do it one more time. Ziki, no, Ziki, don't do that. Lift up here. So I'm just lifting that leg. This time, I'm seeing if I can keep it up a little higher. Ziki, not pulling my plants apart. That might be sad. Lift up here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and place it back down. Let's take it to the other side. My Zeki's just wrecking a really pretty plant right now. But that's it. Anyone else has a love for house plants, you'll know my pain I'm going through right now watching him destroy a plant. That's it. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Bring those legs back into parallel. From here, you drive through your hands and come into a reverse plank. So your aim here is actually to get the big toes to come and touch the mat. And lift up here. You can keep the chin tucked. That's a little bit nicer for you. It's a bit hard on the back. So this is a reverse plank. Squeeze those glutes. So push those toes onto the ground and hold. For 3, 2, 1. Scooch the glutes forward. Come and roll here. And roll all the way back down to the mat. Bring the legs out to a nice little butterfly position. Rest the hands on here. Inhale. Exhale out. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I hope the body feels a nice warm up, waked up, all those W words are right here, and just stretching out those inner thighs here. So this is a time you can take a moment for yourself, or you can have little people crawl all over you. So just gently relaxing those hands on the thighs, it's just opening up those inner thighs a little bit more. Roll those shoulders down and away. Inhale in, exhale all the way out. Now another little way to kind of like lengthen out those thigh bones is actually popping the hands here and giving a little push. So I'm just kind of getting a bit of length into those thigh bones, a little bit of length into those hip joints. I'm just giving a gentle little push with those arms into the top of the legs to decompress my spine a little bit more. Inhale in, exhale out. We're going to bring those legs together, and just a little bit if you want to, keep holding here. Or one stretch I love to do every day after I finish working out is actually the plow, where you roll over and really stretch your back, but only go there if you feel comfortable. A nice variation to do this one is actually have your couch and put your feet up on the couch as you go over. So what that looks like, we're thinking about belly button to spine. Inhale, exhale, I'm going to draw that belly button in. Lift one leg up, lift the other. I'm going to bring those legs up. I'm going to drive through that upper body, peel off the spine, roll all the way over, flex those feet and bring them here. So I'm supporting my upper body with my arms right here for that nice stretch in that spine. Inhale, exhale, I'm going to bring those legs back down and roll all the way back down. So that's just a lovely way to really stretch out the upper back. Now, when I first started off, I'll give you a little one here at home, is actually have the couch behind you or something kind of lower. Once again, draw that belly button to spine, lift one leg, the other, push to that upper body, rotate to that spine, and you can do it here. And so it's a good way of just doing it without having to go so low, and I'm just trying to edge my legs further back to get that nice stretch, but don't go too high up on that neck. So it's just a nice stretch and articulation through the spine. So that's just a nice one to have a bit of a go of at the end of your workout. So I really recommend you give that a little try. Use your couch or not use your couch, and just really stretch out that upper back. Awesome, guys. Roll all the way up. Come into a nice seated position. Give that head a nice big roll around one direction. Roll back around the other direction. Tuck that chin in. Lift up. Tuck it in. Lift up. Walk those handies forward. Inhale. Exhale out. So it's a nice little stretch on those little hip flexors right here as well. Inhale, exhale, roll it back up. Switch your legs back around. Roll that head again, one direction. Roll the other. Tuck the chin. And now my son is playing with the stand with the camera. Roll his hands down. Tuck the chin down. Inhale. Exhale. Roll yourself back up. And well done, guys. Hopefully my hair probably looks way more disheveled than it did at the start. But I really hope you enjoyed that kind of like Pilates, mobility, stretching, fusion class. Please make sure you leave a comment. Throw some pictures of you working out your dogs, your animals, your destroyed plants. I would love to see them. Awesome, guys. Have a lovely day, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye.